Dortmund eye up Sancho replacement, Juventus want Jimenez, football fans may return, a transfer roundup and Thursday favourites all coming up today as this is the Onefootball Daily News. I'm your host Angelina Kelly, let's get into it. First up, and with Sancho looking like his Manchester United deal is getting closer and closer, Borussia Dortmund are now looking for a replacement for the 20-year-old. Now, they have just signed Jude Bellingham, so that's one thing to tick off the list. However, they are also looking for more of a wide forward who goes by the name of Milot Rashica. The 24-year-old is at Werder Bremen and there have been a few clubs interested in him. That's because he was absolutely vital for his team, making sure that they stayed out of the relegation zone during the Bundesliga season. Now, his stats are about 11 goals, 8 assists. I'll be honest, they're not quite Sancho's stats, but still, he has had a really good season. He even actually managed to score against Dortmund, Bayern and Leverkusen. Now, regarding him leaving his club, there is apparently a release clause within his contract, meaning that if he does want to leave, the club are kind of powerless if they want to try and retain him. I think this would be a really easy deal for Dortmund if this is true, as they do look to life without Jadon Sancho. Our next story is about Raul Jimenez. Now, there is no doubt that he has been such a fantastic player for Wolves. He is absolutely vital in that team and he's definitely one of the star players. It seems like Wolves are going to get a place in Europe again, fingers crossed, depending what happens on Sunday. And you know what? It's going to be a struggle for them to hold on to Jimenez. I think there's always a transfer rumour, there's always discussions about if he will stay. And the latest team that seem to want him is none other than Juventus. Now, in order to get Jimenez, they are looking to do a swap deal. Now, regarding who they swap, I don't think they're actually bothered. It seems to be either Rugani, Rabiot or Ramsey that they are looking at. However, if Wolves are going to give up their star player, who by the way has 10 assists and 26 goals across all competitions this season, there is only one player that Wolves will accept, and that is centre-back Demiral. Now, he seemed to be such an amazing player. He did, I think, back in January have a really bad injury that did end his season, but that is the player that they have got their sights on. However, for Juventus, I think that they are looking at him as being a long-term pairing for De Ligt, especially with their ageing defence. Now, who knows if this one's going to happen, but for Jimenez, although he has been amazing at Wolves, who is going to resist the chance to play for Juventus? Next up, and could football fans be returning to football stadiums? Now, I know this sounds absolutely bizarre considering a football fan hasn't even seen the inside of a football stadium since what, back in March? It's crazy, but the competition that looks like they're going to get the ball rolling with bringing fans back to stadiums is the Community Shield. So that will be Liverpool fans and Arsenal or Chelsea fans that will be the first ones back. Now, I think the FA are waiting for confirmation, but it's looking like this game will take place around August 30th. And the FA see it as a perfect way to kind of test drive getting fans back into stadiums and getting things back to normal with football. Now, regarding the Premier League, you ask, it's looking like things will become a little bit more clear after a meeting that's going to take place tomorrow with all the Premier League clubs, virtually might I add, discussing when the league can start up again. I think they're going for September 12th as a date, but whether that's going to be confirmed or not, we'll have to wait and see. Regarding fans, there's still a little bit of discretion as to what's going to happen. They're looking at hopefully trying to get stadiums to about a 50% capacity, but with football clubs needing match day revenue and clubs just want their fans back in the stadiums, this is definitely a step in the right direction. Now it's time for the transfer roundup, and we will be kicking things off with Atletico Madrid. They are reportedly going to be asking for the full £109 million buyout clause for goalkeeper Jan Oblak, with numerous clubs seemingly in the market for a goalkeeper. Over in Madrid, and Luka Modric has come out in an interview saying that he would love to finish his career at Real Madrid. Southampton have indicated that they have accepted a £25 million bid from Everton for Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg, meaning that it leaves the door open for Spurs if they want to do a counter-offer. And Steven Gerrard has apparently turned down the opportunity to manage Championship side Bristol City. And finally, we come to this week's Thursday favourites. This is an opportunity for you guys to leave in the comment section of Thursday's Daily News a question for Matt on his 5 favourite something to do with football. This week we've gone for a question from Athava Pawar, who is asking for Matt's 5 favourite clubs outside of the 5 main leagues. So obviously I'm not Matt, but I will still take this one. This is a tough one, you know. I think the first one that springs to mind is Ajax, just for their amazing youth system. Some of the players that have come out of it, I mean, you've got your likes of Schneider, Edwin van der Sar, Van der Vaart. I mean, I could go on and on and on. For that alone, I think you have to respect them as a phenomenal club. Second club for me, got to be Salford City. It's where I'm from in Manchester, and I think it's such a great story of a local team being taken over by some Manchester United players, and they've just gone from strength to strength. I have been to the ground when it wasn't even a stadium, and now it is a fully fledged stadium. It looks amazing. They've just gone from promotion after promotion after promotion, and it's just great to see a local club doing well. I think my next team, I'm gonna have to go with Sporting, because I'm a United fan. They produce Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes. Again, lots of great players like Figo, even Nani, if you class Nani as a good player, have come from them, and you know, they're one of the most decorated teams in Portugal, so they are definitely in there for me. Next up, I'm going to go with a bit of a random one in Blackpool. Just for Ian Holloway, as a person off the pitch, he is great, and some of his quotes from that one season when they were in the Premier League are just fantastic. And finally, I'm going to finish it off with Boca, just because of their history. You've got the likes of Tevez, Diego Maradona, again, one of the most decorated clubs in world football, one of the most well-known clubs. Their amazing derby against River Plate. So yeah, those are my 5 favourites. So there you have it. That's it for today's Daily News. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about Thursday favourites. What are your 5 favourite teams outside of the 5 main leagues in Europe? Don't forget to hit the like button, and of course click here or here to check out all of the other content that we have got going on here at Onefootball. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon.